the biggest difference between, somebody's pet or, a dog that they say is a service animal and they just got the papers online is by the tasks that it does. My dog, of course, is a guide dog, so it's even in his name, he guides me. He makes sure I don't run into any obstacles. He also alerts me to if I'm about to walk into a street. He has about 50 different commands that he's been trained to do. There's also physical service dogs, which he's also trained as a physical service dog, but that's not his primary role. His primary role is a guide dog. But as a service dog, what they can do is, do different things to mitigate any type of disability, or as you saw with Sarah, can pick up items, can open a door, can carry things for a person with a physical disability. Any service dog is going to be well behaved, and also has to be able to be controlled by the handler. If it's just by simple voice commands, deaf, they can use hand gestures. I use hand gestures with him, or if need be, a leash is also another way of having it under control. But the dog's not going to be running left and right. It's going to stay with the person. It's going to be focused on its task. Even a leash is not a requirement for a service dog to have on them while they're working. It just makes it easier to identify. And then as for a guide dog, of course, the harness handle is a necessity for the blind person to be able to feel what's going on through the dog. The number one red flag for me when I go to a place is if they ask me for the ID. I do carry around my dog's identification. I'm not required to. The only people who can ask for that identification is the Transportation Safety Administration. But what I will do is I will show it, and then I'll do a little bit of, hey, you're not supposed to, here it is, but you're not really supposed to ask that because it's not a requirement. They of course can only ask the same two questions. Is this a service animal for a disability? And what tasks has it been trained to do? But then peace officers are also allowed to ask for a demonstration. And it's really easy. For mine, it's like, okay, he's gonna help me find the door. That sort of thing. There's a big difference between an emotional support animal and service dog. Emotional support animal can be actually any type of pet, like a cat or dog or different things like that. But since the update of the ADA, only a dog or horses or miniature horses that have been grandfathered in can be service dogs and go out into the public. One thing is an emotional support animal is to help you in your house, and it is allowed anywhere, even if there's not pets allowed. But they're not supposed to go with you into public areas. They're not trained. They're not specifically trained to help mitigate help with a disability via a task. If you see a service animal without their person, follow it, because it might be alerting you that their person's in distress. But other than that, a service animal is not going to be rambunctious, it's not going to be barking, it's not going to be making commotion, it's not going to be a well-trained service animal, we should say. The service dog will not be making commotion, it's going to be under control. Certification is not required for a service animal. You'll see a lot of places online that say, buy your certification for $80 or something like that. Those are scams. There's accreditation for different schools, and there's always a good, good policy if you are looking for a service dog to go to the accreditation website, which is Assistance Dog International, and look for a school that works with your disability. But no, certification is not required. You can train your own dog as long as it's trained to do a specific task. If you're talking to people who are looking at getting a service dog, again, look at an accredited school just because, and you can go online and look for the accreditations because they've been around so much longer. They have working pairs out there. They went through the extra time to make sure that they're not fleecing you, and also that their dogs are going to be able to help you with your specific disability.